on Sirius XM.
Say 100 days have made me older since the last time that I saw your pretty face. 1,000 lives have made me colder, and I don't think I can look at this the same. But all the miles that separate your face. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, it's only you and me. The miles just keep rolling as the people leave their way to say hello. I've heard this life is overrated, but I hope that it gets better as we go. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, girl, it's only you and me. Everything I need, and anywhere I go, it gets hard, but it won't take away my love. And when the last one falls, when it's all said and done, it gets hard, but it won't take away my love. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, girl, it's only you and me. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just really love hearing from everybody listening in the SiriusXM app. You know, it's one of those things, like, if you can't be in the car or, like, right next to your SiriusXM receiver, you can always take us with you on the go with the app. It's easy to get on your smartphone, you know? Especially, like, if you're just running errands or just, like, running around, you know? Listen to pop rocks wherever you're at. Like Kim, who was listening in Texas, saying that she's getting her day going. She's a teacher, and she's getting the classroom prepared to head back to school for the new year. But she wanted me to get on Fall Out Boy in a bit, so let me do that. As well as music from Linkin Park, but let's play the Cranberries right here. I'm Jerron.
check. Good morning, everybody. Hey, we don't have the assigned sections like we did last year, so try to just gather your groups, find some open seating, try to condense your schools as much as possible. Okay? Just condense your schools as much as possible into one space. Hey, and if you end up sitting in another school section, we're all family, right? Okay. Mic check.
Some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you will remember me for centuries. Just one mistake is all it will take. We'll go down in history. Remember me for centuries. Remember me for centuries. Mama taught my teenage
following pop rock song may cause toe tapping, rump shaking, air drumming, air guitaring, involuntary vocal outbursts, and in certain patients, 90s and 2000s flashbacks. Please use responsibly.
Both locks below the window. I close both blinds and turn away. Sometimes solutions aren't so simple. Sometimes goodbye's the only way. And the sun will set for you. The sun will set for you. And the shadow of the day will embrace the world in gray. And the sun set for you. In cards and flowers on your window, your friends all plead for you to stay. Sometimes beginnings aren't so simple. Sometimes goodbye's the only way. And the sun will set for you. The sun will set for you. And the shadow of the day will embrace the world in gray. And the sun will set for you. And the shadow of the day will embrace the world in gray. And the sun will set for you. And the shadow of the day will embrace the world in gray. And the sun will set for you.
Well, our Monday morning has come to an end, my friend. I appreciate you letting me hang out with you here on Pop Rocks and get your day going. I'll be on.
Keep on coming in, keep on coming in. Grab your group, grab your school, find an open space, and let's get seated. Let's get this started. I can feel the excitement in the air. If somebody's missing a pair of glasses, they've been turned in up here at the stage. If somebody is missing a pair of glasses, they are up here at the front of the stage. Okay, where's transportation sitting at? Transportation. There we go. All right, special ed. Special ed. There we go, back right corner. Who else, Kim?
I see him.
Food services. Where's food services sitting? Right over here. Okay. Oh, there we go. The salad fork. Facilities, warehouse maintenance. Facilities, where you at? There we go. Back there. Okay. Thank you. We're just about getting ready to get started here, just a bit.
You want these on the stage?
We're going to need a... All right, if we could have everybody take a seat, please. Go right here. In that second section, past...
Up top or below?
On the middle section, right there, straight up this row. They're holding up. Food services, hold your forks up one more time. There you go. You ready? Good morning, everybody! Let me try this again. I always like this when I go to the schools. Let's see, how does this work? Yes, and like I say every time, I try this at home, it's still not working there. All right, who's ready to have a great year? Yes! All right. Well, I want to welcome everybody to coming out to our 25-26. Welcome back to School Bash. And we're ready, right? All right. I'm very appreciative from the whole cabinet team, our governing board members. Welcome you out here today. All right. We're going to start it off with a little honor to our flag with the Pledge of Allegiance. If I could have everybody please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Let's get started. Now, here's the reason. For anybody, good to see you all again. For those of you who know me, for those who haven't met yet, my name is Sam Nuanas. I'm the Executive Director of Communications and Partnerships here at the district. Now, why are we all here, right? We're all here to get ready, get energized, unify, believe, belong, and become. B3, you're going to start hearing that a lot as we move into this year, okay? Now, the reason we're all here, right, is for the kids. Who's here for the kids? Yeah, yes. All right, well, you know, just a quick, I want to share something with you. You know, I'm a first-generation American, and it is teachers like you that made a great impact in mine. I came from a very volatile environment as a child and thought I would be grow up to just be a circumstance, right? I would just be funneled right into what I was expected to do of coming from that environment. But it was teachers like you that changed my life. And I want to share a little song with you that I wrote for the teachers that impacted my life, and this goes out to you. It goes a little bit like this. In a little classroom where the sunlight streamed, opened up a world filled with hope and dreams, with the heart so wide and a gentle smile. Saw a shooting star hidden for a while. Come on, music. Oh, a teacher like you who believed in me, taught me how to rise, taught me how to see. With every word, lesson that you gave, you turned my fears to wings. You helped me to be brave, be brave. From counting numbers to reading stories, showed me the path to all my glories. Patience like a river flowing deep and wide. You held my hand, took me along for the ride. And oh, a teacher like you who believed in me, taught me how to rise, taught me how to see. With every word, lesson that you gave, you turned my fears to wings. You helped me to be brave. In the halls of laughter, in the hearts that you've touched, you changed my world around here. It means so much. Chasing my dreams, reaching for the sky, with your words in my soul, I'm ready to fly. Teacher like you, who believes in me, taught me how to fly, taught me how to see. With every word and lesson that you gave, turn my fears to wings. You help me to be brave. Here's to the memories, the lessons that you taught in this journey of life. You're the light that I've sown. Through every challenge, I'll carry your light. Forever grateful, you made my future bright. That's for all of you. That's for all of you. And all the positive impact that you will have in your students' lives, that one day they'll be singing your praises just like I am doing to the ones that impacted me. All right, let's show some spirit time. Let's see who's in the house. Oh, let's see. We'll make sure we get everybody here. All right, where's our Barbara Ruby Rattlers? Yeah, there we go. So I'm talking about right there. How about the Storm from Balansoto? What? Let's try that again. How about the Storm from Balansoto? All right. Oh, yeah, there's the Men in Black right there. There we go. All right. Cortez Sierra Falcons. Yeah. Awesome. All right. There we go. Dreaming Summit Bulldogs. Woo. There we go. Who let the dogs out? Woo. Woo. Yes. All right now. All right, here we got a 2-for-1 here. The LT Heck Pride and the Troy Gilbert Aviators. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the way it's done, yeah. All right, how about some Litchfield L Owls? Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, awesome. All right. Let's go. Mabel Paget Panthers. Yes, in the house. All right. Palm Valley Thunderbirds. Yeah, go, 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 go. All right, let's go. Rancho Santa Fe Broncos. Yeah. Oh my God, this is awesome. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the enthusiasm we need to launch this year off with. Scott Libby, beep beep, Roadrunners! Yeah! Yes, that's awesome. All right. Verado Superstars. Nice, nice. All right. Back up. All right, there we go. All right, stay on the west side, and it's a Verado Heritage Heroes. Nice. All right, stay in Verado Middle School Mustangs. There we go, upper left, yes. All right, Western Sky Wildcats. There we go. Nice. All right. Wigwam Creek Jaguars. Hey. All right. How about some White Tank Knights? Yeah, White Tanks. Yeah. All right. All right. Now we're going to shift it over to some of our departments. All right, here we go. All right, real quick, there's a lot of two-man groups here, starting with communications. How about communications, Yardley and Sam? Yay! All right, all right. Assessment and accountability. Yay! All right. Education technology. Yeah! English language development. Jen. All right. All right, here we go. Federal programs. Yeah. Teaching and learning. Yeah. Community ed. Dr. Stern, his team. There we go. How about construction facilities and maintenance? There we go. Yeah. Finance, business, and school safety. Yeah, pay those bills. All right, and keep us safe while you're doing it, please. All right, how about that great nutrition our students get from food service? Yeah. All right, all of our into this organization and potentially out of our organization, let's hear it for HR. All right. How about that? Get us all our supplies on time from purchasing and warehouse. Yes. Dyson, there we go, thank you. All right, this one is near and dear to my heart. How about some special ed? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, let's give this next one up. Let's really give it up for them because they're still are unable to be here with us because they're still back at the office at the DO taking enrollments and adding to our enrollment numbers. So let's give it up for student information. And how about for Ruben and his guys from technology? All right, how do we all get here and how do our students get to school safe and every day if they're beyond a mile? How about transportation? Yeah! All right. Well, now we're going to move it on to, I'm going to pass the mic over to Miss Sandy Satterfield, and she is going to see who's in the room in longevity. Ladies and gentlemen, Executive Director of HR, Miss Sandy Satterfield.
Good morning. I'm so glad to see all of you, and let the celebrations continue. What we'd like to do is recognize everyone for their years of service. So we'd like to begin this morning with those who have been with the district for 4 years or less. Would you please stand and be acknowledged? Thank you. All right. How about those who've been with the district for 5 years? All right, let's move on to 10 years. So if you've been here between 5 and 10 years, please stand up. We know it takes all of us with all parts of our experience to make the whole work, and so we're so appreciative of everyone. How about if you've been here between 10 and 15 years? All right, 15 to 20 years. How about 20 years or more? Thank you guys for making our job in HR easier. We want to see a point where we can see everyone standing. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of Litchfield, for bringing your new and fresh ideas all the way to those of you who have served the district for so many years. So with that, we say thank you, and we're going to continue the celebrations, and Dr. Doozy will be joining us at the podium.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, so I get the privilege of honoring some of our special guests that are here with all of us today. So I'd like to begin with recognizing some staff from CORE. And before I introduce them, why it's so important is they are great community partners with us. Not only are they providing great services, but they also help sponsor different activities and really support everything we're doing around our Litchfield learners. So let's begin by recognizing CORE Construction. If you'll please stand. Brian Ham and Drew Kyle. SPS and Architect, Mario Nunez. From Verigy, Shannon Wobke. DLR Architects, Please stand. David Schmidt and Hannah Hogan. On behalf of all of us, thank you for being here and thank you for your support of Litchfield. Let's give them another round of applause. And then I was told by Dr. Stone that someone prepared a speech. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. I also have the opportunity to recognize our governing board today. As you know, they are the foundation of support that brings our district so much success. So let me introduce our governing board members. We'll start with President Zaidama. Kimberly Moran. Michelle Wallace. She couldn't be here today, but we'll tell her that you all applauded for her. Ryan Owens. And Scott Mikes. So we'd all just like to recognize and thank the governing board for their countless hours of support and really looking out for our district and making sure not only are we prepared for today, but we're prepared for the future. So thank you, board members. So we give them another round of applause. All right, and it's my privilege to call to the stage President Zaidama.
Well, this is the most nerve-wracking thing of my job. I would stand up here and talk to this room full of children, but talking to all the grown-ups makes me nervous every time. But, welcome back. We are so, as a board, excited to be kicking off another amazing school year for the Litchfield Elementary School District, and we're so grateful that we get to have all of you guys in the room and kick off this amazing year together as a group. I am thankful to our admin team for coming up with this idea to start this last year and continuing it into this year. I think it's just a really wonderful opportunity to bring us all together and bring all that excitement and energy together, because together we're going to have an amazing year. Our kids are going to do such wonderful things because of every person in this room. We know that it takes every single person here in order to build a successful district where our students can be successful. So thank you to every person in every department, in every classroom, in every area that you work in this district for all that you're going to do to make this a great year. As a parent who's been here, I've been here 18 years. This is starting my 18th year of having kids in this district with 6 more to go, so we're here a long time. I've had the opportunity to see such change in this district over the 18 years, but as my role as a governing board member, I have to say that I am so proud of where we are today. I am so incredibly grateful for our admin team that we have right now. I feel like they are making such great growth and changes and pulling this district in a direction that we can all be proud of and that we know is going to benefit our students at the end of the day. So I just want to thank our admin team for all the work that they do, because I know at the end of the day that they are making sure that all of our staff members, wherever you work, whether it's in a classroom, whether you're maintenance, whether you're food service, whether you're working in the office, whatever you do, that you are seen, that you are safe, that you are valued, and that you are respected. And at the end of the day, the reason that matters is because the people who win when that happens is our students. And those are the most important stakeholders that we have in this district. Everything we do every day is to make sure that our students are able to be successful. And I know that this district is going to make that happen for them, because you guys have the coolest job. You get to work with kids. You are probably going to be someone's favorite person this year, some little person's favorite person. And I think that's a really amazing job to have kids that look to you as their safe space. So when things get tough this year, because it will, I'm not ever going to say that this is an easy job. It's not. We're in a world right now where education is crazy chaos everywhere, but this district is a special place to be, and all of you working here are what make it that. And just, we need to remember at the end of the day, why are we here? It's for those kiddos that are going to walk into your classroom in just 3 sleeps, and they're so excited to be there. So just keep that in mind as we're moving forward and we hit the hard times that we will hit, that we are all here to do the best we can for these students coming in. And thank you guys. Let's make this the best year ever.
All right, so I also have the opportunity to introduce our admin cabinet team. This team is the foundation of support to all our educational leaders, directors, and all of you. So Dr. Davidson, our superintendent, which I will be introducing him in just a moment. Myself, Dr. Doozy, for those of you that don't know me, I'm the deputy superintendent. Michael Vaughn, he's our chief financial officer. Dr. Stone, our assistant superintendent of operations. Mrs. Benjamin, our assistant superintendent of program and instruction. Mrs. Satterfield, our executive director of human resources. And our executive director of communication and partnership, Sam Nuanez. So before we start that, Dr. Davidson has prepared a video. For those of you who might know, but you may not know, is Dr. Davidson is moving his daughter into college right now. So very important moment, and definitely needed to be a dad and celebrate his family today, which is an excellent model that we do put family first here at Litchfield. So without further ado, he has a special message for all of you.
Good morning, Litchfield family. Carter Davidson here, your superintendent. You might be watching this and wondering, why aren't you here with us today? Right now I'm headed to North Carolina with my daughter and my wife. We're taking her to school, and it's just an awesome experience that I had to be a part of. So if you have that experience already, I hope it was as awesome as I believe mine will be. As we move into this morning, just wanted to welcome you back to the school year, and I wanted you to know that we're going to do a lot of things today. We're going to celebrate our staff and our students, and also we're going to inspire. We want you to have the best year possible, and we want you to know that you too are part of the Litchfield Promise. If you haven't heard about that, you certainly will. We want you to believe in what we do here in Litchfield. We certainly want you to belong. You got to be a part of your school, your department, and then you're going to become. You're going to model for all of our students what it means to be a Litchfield learner. We're excited for this school year, and I just wanted to say thank you for all that you have done, and if you're new to us, all that you will do. Thanks for being part of our Litchfield family, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you.
All right, so my next responsibility up here for all of you today is to do an honor of introducing our Litchfield Elementary School District Foundation, which is a very important organization that provides lots of different supports, awards, and just really all around supporting us to make sure we celebrate our Litchfield learners as students and our Litchfield learners as staff. So I'd like to introduce 3 people to come up right now. Stacy Black, Denise Covenants, and Megan McClinley.
Good morning. As Dr. Doozy said, we're here with the Litchfield Elementary School District Educational Foundation, LESDEF. And so basically, we are kind of like the PTO for the whole district. So you all have your individual organizations on your campuses, but we get the pleasure of helping support all the campuses across the district. So I'm Megan McKinley. I have had kids in the district since 2008. So I have some proud Thunderbird alum, Western Sky alum, and Millennium High School alum, soon to be U of A alum, and ASU students. So it's my pleasure to be here today, and we'll let Denise and Stacy introduce themselves as well.
Hello, I'm Denise Covenants. This is my first year that I am the only one in the Litchfield district. My son, my youngest, is headed off to Millennium. Pray for me. My daughter's a junior at Millennium, and then my oldest used to be a Bronco, but she is no longer a Bronco. She has moved up to high school as well, so I now have all my kids in high school, and she'll be teaching at Desert Edge as a PE teacher. So yes, I have been here for quite a while, and I wanted to stay, so I'm still here.
Hello, I'm Stacy Black. I have a 2nd and 4th grader at Bell and Soto Elementary. Go Storm. I was on their PTA board for the past 3 years, and this will be my first year to join the Foundations board, and I'm really excited to serve on a district level.
All All right, we just want to, for some of the new ones and for some of you who have just kind of remind you of what we do. If we can have the next slide, please. Oh, giveaway time, I forgot, we should do that first.
Okay, so around your seats, we apologize, we kind of ran out of copies, but there are flyers that have our social media QR codes on there. We want likes and follows today, so we're going to bribe you with gift cards. So if you look at those papers that are spread, share with a neighbor if you don't have one at your seat. If you can like and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or Facebook, whatever you prefer. We post all the time about all of our initiatives and giveaways and stuff that we do. So that's the best way to stay in touch with us so you don't miss out on all the fun that we have. Once you do that, if you flip your paper over, 5 of you have a sticker on the back of your paper. It is the logo for our logo for our foundation on a round sticker, and we have a gift card for you just for playing along. So raise your paper up if you're one of the 5 people that have a paper, and Stacy will come around and give you a gift card to kick off your day. So just keep your papers flying. I see one over here, one in the middle here, one over there, and there should be one up top somewhere. Someone up top. Keep looking up top there. We know we put one up there somewhere. All right. Okay, so Stacy is going to come around and give gift cards to the people who have the stickers on the back. And also, tomorrow by noon, we will post on our social channels another gift card giveaway that we will draw out of all of our likes and follows. So if you do follow up with liking or following us, you have a chance to win a gift card tomorrow. We're not done giving yet, but we're going to tell you a little bit more about our organization. Next slide. Okay, so for the first thing we get started in the school year is our mini grants. As you can tell from last year, we were so thankful that we were able to fund 32 mini grants within the district. So if you received a mini grant last year, stand up, please. Yay, that just makes us so happy. We are so excited to help you guys out with some of these extras that you don't always get to do with your students, and so we are back for another year of hopefully doing another 32 grants. The granting cycle will open on Friday, August 1st. It will close on August 31st, and then we will make the announcements within the next week and a half and start sending out checks. So start. Yes, oh, one of my favorites, where's Wigwam Creek? They have an amazing tortoise enclosure that is top of the line, like zoo ready. I love it. I was so excited to see the videos and the pictures. So that was one. We have done some Lego robotics at, I believe, Verado Heritage. We have done field trips at Palm Valley. We have done the RC Club at Western Sky. Very cool. The kids were so stoked to get those. So anything and everything is on the table. So send in your ideas, your programs that you want to do with your kids in your classrooms, and we are so excited to hopefully fund as many as possible. Our second round will start January 1st and go through January 31st, and then again within the next 2 weeks after that, we will fund our second semester grants then. So you have 2 opportunities each year. Next slide, please. All right, new this past year for the first time, we were able to award the Litchfield Learner Alumni Scholarships. Part of our mission statement talks about supporting students of the district, and so one way we decided to extend that program is we awarded 11 $1,000 scholarships to former Litchfield students. So these are students that promoted from 8th grade. Yeah, really exciting. They promoted, that's all them right there, promoted from 8th grade from any of the Litchfield schools. Didn't matter where they went to high school afterwards. We had kids even from out of the district, from charter schools, whatever, applying. But 11 of them got an extra $1,000 towards their postgraduate plans, thanks to the foundation. We'll do it again this year. And those applications will start in January. The application will open, and then they close right around spring break time. But we'll have all of that on our social media and let you guys know that as well. Next slide, please. The Pride Awards. We just had an amazing second kind of ramped up reception. We had it at Estrella Mountain Community College. I would love for all of our Pride Award winners from last year to please stand and get recognized again. Please, please. Oh, yay. Love it, love it.
So this year, we are back. We are talking if we will pretty much stay close to this. We may tweak a few of the awards a little bit here and there and kind of, but we'll let you know of all the changes. Those applications will again open January after we get back from winter break, and they will close about spring break time. So keep an eye out for that. We loved all the nominations. We loved reading all of the stories and how we have such amazing staff in this district. And we once again will celebrate them in May again. So we're looking forward to that as always. And we gave out about $16,000 to our staff, which we know is appreciated and we love doing it. So we'll be excited to see you guys again next year.
Teacher of the Year, Stacey Bailey.
Kelly Bailey. Yep. All right, so please remember to follow us. We actually have 2 gift cards that we'll give out tomorrow at noon, and we'll post that on our social media and then contact you through that. And then next slide, the reason we're really here. Who wants to clear some lists? Okay, well, Sam told us we have to keep this really short and sweet. So we went ahead and pulled these a little earlier, but we are ready to announce. And our first one, so just stand to be recognized. So we will obviously get with you later about getting all your items to you. But is there a superstar in the bunch? Maybe a first grade superstar, Miss Katie Burton. Yeah. So, some of you fancy people out there, okay? Like, I know you make these lists for Oprah to hopefully pick them up, and we're excited to see all the lovely things you have on this list. For the sake of our budget, we did have to cap it at $750. So, if your list was over $750 and it gets pulled today, just know that we'll have you pick out about $750 worth of stuff, and then maybe Oprah will pick up the rest of it after that. We'll see. But yeah, you guys have some creative wish lists out there. It was so fun. We had 239 wish lists submitted this year, so it was really awesome to take a look at all of them, so thanks for that. Okay, so our next winner is an owl. Where are your owls at? All right, and this teacher I think has been here a while, so that's exciting. She's one of the first people our kids see on campus as a kindergarten teacher. Jennifer Glather, congratulations! Your list has been cleared! All right, our next one is from the east side of the district, maybe some Corte Sierra. She sees every student in the school. Miss Susan Martin with music and art. Yay, congratulations. All right, Broncos, you ready? All right, we're so excited to clear the list of this pre-K special ed teacher, Janine Applegate. Congratulations. Your list has been cleared. All right, we are heading to my son and daughter's alma mater, Western Sky. This is for a 6-7 combo Arise class, Miss Karen Farmer. All right, sticking with a middle school theme here. Way out west. 8th grade. You're the last ones that our kids see in this district. Bernadette Bain, congratulations. Your list has been cleared. Yay, I'm just so excited. I love it. Okay, and our last list that we are able to clear is 4th grade, kind of in the middle there, out west, maybe a road runner, Miss Laura Rumand. All right, so we will be getting it with all of you. I will start ordering this afternoon, and hopefully we can get it to you before the first day of school. So thank you guys so much. Have a great school year. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I forgot to announce this. I just saw on the slide. We were so fortunate this year that Hilders Orthodontics and Hilders Pediatric Dentistry partnered with us. So we were actually able to clear over $3,000 worth of lists this year instead of the $2,000 we had budgeted. So keep that in mind. Help support them too. And thank you to Hilders Ortho and Dentistry.
Thank you to the Ed Foundation. All right, before we kick off our celebrations, we need a selfie. Everybody scream! Woo! All right, we got it. I am here to celebrate our high-impact teams. About 2 years ago, our District Guiding Coalition started the work of qualitative and quantitative research. What we did is we looked at proficiency and growth. Who were those teams that had the highest proficiency and growth? And we went out and we interviewed them. We took those themes and we said, what is this all about? Next slide, please. It is these things, these were the themes that came out of this work from these high-impact teams. And we know as educators that students thrive when we believe in them, when they belong, and when they're empowered to become the best. That starts with us working together in high-impact teams. And as Richard DeFore said, collaboration allows teachers to capture each other's fund of collective intelligence. That's the work that you guys do every day together. When we align instruction, when we align data with purpose and implement curriculum with care, we set the stage for real growth. We know that students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's what these high-impact teams do. Because at the end of the day, as John Hattie reminds us, collective teacher efficacy, or the belief in everybody, it has the greatest impact on all of our students. So today we're going to celebrate some of our high-impact teams. Next slide, please. We are looking at Acadians. I learned my lesson. Last year we didn't have any of the K2 stuff. Oops, my bad. So we've fixed that. And I want to celebrate, if you are a part of these teams, just stand. We're going to celebrate you at the end. Kindergarten, Palm Valley and Rancho Santa Fe. First grade, Litchfield Elementary and Verado Heritage. Second grade high impact team, Rancho Santa Fe and Verado Heritage. Third grade had both growth and proficiency, was Verado Elementary. Fourth grade, Belen Soto and Verado Heritage. And fifth grade on Acadians was Barbara Roby and Verado Elementary. For AASA, we're looking at just proficiency for this group, and that is ELA, Verado Heritage, math was Palm Valley. Fourth grade ELA was Belen Soto, and math was Litchfield Elementary. Fifth grade, we've got our ELA at Litchfield and Verado. Sixth grade ELA, Belen Soto, and sixth grade math, Belen Soto. Seventh grade ELA was Heritage, math was Belen Soto. ELA Heritage and math Belen Soto for eighth grade. However, we know that not all of our students come to us ready to learn and ready to go. Some of this is impacted by our Title I schools. We know that our Title I schools are doing incredible work, and this is where we're seeing the growth. So we wanted to stop and celebrate that as well, because these schools have done incredible things for our students. So in third grade ELA, Troy Gilbert and Scott Libby. Third grade math was Scott Libby. Fourth grade ELA, Dreaming Summit. Fourth grade math, Troy Gilbert and Scott Libby. Fifth grade ELA, Troy Gilbert. Fifth grade math, Troy Gilbert and Scott Libby. Sixth grade ELA and math, Wigwam Creek. Seventh grade ELA, Wigwam Creek. Seventh grade math, L. Thomas Heck. And eighth grade ELA and math was Wigwam Creek. We also have our AZ side to celebrate. In fifth grade, that's Litchfield Elementary. And in eighth grade, it's Verado Middle. We also have Beat the Odds for AZ side, fifth grade, Barbara Roby. And eighth grade, Wigwam Creek. Now this is cool. So our benchmarks, we do some coefficients, and this is all based on growth. We looked at the schools K5, we looked at K8, and we looked at 6-8, and we said, what is the highest growth coefficient? The kids coming in to, by the time they left us, who had the highest as a school? And so in K5 math, that was Rancho Santa Fe. K5 ELA, Verado Elementary. K8 for both math and ELA was Belen Soto. 6-8 math, Verado Middle School. And 6-8 ELA, Wigwam Creek. It is incredible the work that you guys do every day with all of our students that come in, and we are going to continue the celebrations.
How lucky are we to work for such a great organization where we have celebration after celebration. So let's begin with our teaching and leadership's acknowledgments. First of all, Mr. Kyle Martinez was recognized by the Arizona Association of School Psychologists, Administrator of the Year. Moving on, we have Mr. Luke Jenke, who is recognized as the Arizona Health Administrator of the Year. Our Aspire teacher graduates, so we can keep filling those classrooms. Our ELD Specialist of the Year, Kate Davis from Belen Soto. Our GCU Principal of the Month, Kyle Martinez, once again. Also, we have our National Board Certified Teachers who will be supporting our new teachers. We have our Transportation Department who provided support with DPS. Then we have our West Side Impact Teachers of the Year. Wow. And then our West Side Impact Principal of the Year, Leslie Willis. All right, let's recognize our school and programs. All right, A+ schools, Belen Soto and Verado Middle. Lighthouse School of Distinction, Rancho Santa Fe. Oh, I love it. Lighthouse Academic Honor Roll, Verado Heritage Elementary. Model PLC School, Corte Sierra. Pride School of the Year, White Tanks Learning Center. Our Purple Star Schools, Dreaming Summit and Western Sky Middle School. And our West Side Impact Math Challenge, Palm Valley, Western Sky, and Litchfield Elementary. Dr. Stone will lead us in the next group of celebrations.
Thank you, Ms. Satterfield. If you've not been in another district, this is a lot of celebrations, and it's a tribute to the work that you do each and every day. So let's continue down these recognitions and keep celebrating. Litchfield was recognized as the Arizona K-12 Center District of Distinction. Of course, we've talked about our Pride winners, each school recognizing the best. Congratulations to them. LESD was ranked number 2 in the top 10 elementary school districts in Arizona. And then our communication awards and honors. They received 14 awards at the Arizona School Public Relations Association Award, and then 5 awards from the National School Public Relations Association Digital Awards of Excellence. And remember, this is a team of 2, so very powerful work that Sam and Yardley are doing. And of course, our very own Dr. Carter Davidson, Superintendents to Watch from the National School PR Association. It's a lot of acronyms. So let's lead into here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, a truly inspiring leader, educator, soon to be Doctor of Education in 2 weeks. She will be sending her dissertation off, so we're excited for her. She's an author who brings passion, purpose, and joy to everything she does. Mrs. Jessica Cabine is a dynamic voice in education with a wealth of experience across multiple levels of learning. She has served as the principal of the happiest place in southeastern Minnesota, the Woodson Kindergarten Center. She served as the principal of Ellis Middle School and currently serves as the proud principal of the Alternative Education Programs and Austin Online Academy in Austin, Minnesota. Jessica is a celebrated author of several influential books, including Hacking Early Learning, Balance Like a Pirate, Unconventional Leadership, Principle in Balance, and my personal favorite, Lead with Grace. In recognition of her outstanding contribution to education, Jessica was honored as Minnesota's National Distinguished Principal, a true testament to her unwavering dedication, visionary leadership, and the lives she's touched along the way. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Mrs. Jessica Cabine. deserved.
Oh my gosh, I got my own hype squad here. This is great. You guys are beautiful people. Holy cow. It's been really fun to watch from the back. I'm going to give me 1 second to put this. Okay, I'm going to turn my computer on. Although I actually do like that picture. I think it's a few years old. Because that's blonde and this is gray. So take it or leave it. Okay, here. Let's see. Mouse. Okay. Before we get started, as Dr. Stone mentioned, best laid plans. Anybody like get up this morning thinking everything's gonna roll out great and then like your hair doesn't turn out right, or the eggs you were gonna make are gone, or you're trying to wake your kids up, and you know, all the things, right? Best laid plans. I was supposed to do my initial defense of my dissertation tonight, and then my flight just got delayed. So some of you might have seen me on the floor out there because I had to defend on the floor this morning. Yeah, best laid plans, right? So instead of having a PowerPoint presentation, I had a picture of a former student and her child, because my dissertation is all about present and accounted for, identity, relationship, and belonging in alternative education. And I think about that, and I think about your mission, believe, belong, become. And I think, how cool is it that what I've been studying for 3 years on, and I have 100 pages in, and I don't sleep because I think about it, and that's what you do every single day. Whether you're a custodian, a cook, a teacher, an administrator, you believe in kids, and that's why you're here. And so before we get started, if I could just leave you with one thing before I start, so you can walk out, don't do that. You're not gonna be perfect, but as long as you have a purpose, you will get there, okay? So as much as I really wanted to be in Minnesota tonight giving my presentation, the message got across with purpose, and it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So speaking of that though, we got one thing to start off, and I got a DJ in the back. As the principal, I'm very cringy. There's a lot of things I am. Cringy is one of them. So, and I'm missing my kids because we don't start back till August 20th. We actually just finished summer school on Thursday, so this is my summer break, and I go back to work tomorrow, so thank you for my summer vacation. It's been great. My hair's never been better. There's too much humidity in Minnesota. But anyway, every Friday at a high school of 1,600 kids, I have a dance party. Would you be willing to dance with me? Because it's been like 2 months since I've had a dance party. Okay. All right, everybody stand up, stretch out, Mr. DJ. Let's go. I see you in the back. But make sure you don't leave. Come back. We'll get to the chorus, and then we'll sit down. Oh, we got some good moves here. Here we go. Watch me. Oh, that's some moves. All right, round of applause, everybody. Woo. My step count says thank you. Since I'm going to be sitting at the airport for 12 hours now. Okay. Whew. I always love to do that just to get us moving, to get us thinking, because one of my grounding pieces is from the lowest pit to the top of the mountain. How do we thrive in the work that we do? It's one thing to be super excited in July. It's another thing to be May tired in October. Oh, good, you get it. You're my people. Calendar math, May tired, where you're like eating Cheetos and Twix bars and going to bed at 4 and crying all the time. Okay, gosh, I love your people. Okay, so but like since COVID, I feel like May tired keeps creeping up on the calendar. And so my hope in the next 45 minutes is I'm going to give you some strategies and some supports so you can lead at work and live a life. Okay, lead at work and live a life. Another thing, sprinkle the water. You're all leaders. Whether you're in the cafeteria, in the classroom, in the main office, we all lead, correct? Yes, thank you very much. You have all just appointed yourself. Turn to your neighbor and say, you're a leader. Now turn to your other neighbor and say, you're a good-looking leader. All right, we got that out of the way. I just want to get that out of the way. I tell ya, there's no Minnesota nice with Mrs. Cabine. I'm the oldest living middle school girl ever. All right, we're going to get started here. Can I introduce you to my son, Kenny? 1, 2, 3, ah. Isn't he so cute? Yes, we already know this is gray hair. All right, this is Kenny now, everybody. All right, ladies, come on. He's 20. Come on. Nope. I'm kidding. All right. Kenny is now going to be a junior at the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire. He is a swimmer there. This is his picture from his signing day with our extended family, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But as much as I'm super proud of Kenny, and I haven't seen him in like a month, so I'm going to try to get through this without getting too emotional. This adult children thing is no joke. Anyway, as much as I'm really proud of his academic and his athletic abilities, what I'm super excited is Kenny is pursuing a degree in physical education with a minor in adaptive PE and health. This is Kenny and Maul. I had Maul as a kindergartner, I had Maul in middle school, and now Maul and I are at high school together. Every time I see Maul, where's Kenny Cabine? I'm like, you know what, Maul? I've known you since you were 5. Where's Kenny Cabine? And when Kenny comes home to visit, I'll get a radio, hey, your son's in the building. Who's he visiting? Maul. And one of the things that I think is so cool is that he can identify the teacher who made him want to be a teacher. And so I leave you with this today. I leave you with a lot before we start. That's kind of weird. There's someone in your school, there's a kid in your school that wants to be a teacher and just doesn't know it yet, and they just need you to tell them. So think about that as you start the year, because you might have a Kenny Cabine. Ladies, I'm not giving you his phone number. Principals, you cannot hire him because he needs to stay by his mom. So if you want to hire him out here, you're going to get an ornery-old principal to come with, too. It's a 2-for-1, all right? All right, this is my other son, Isaiah. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've kind of played along with this now, right? This is how I see Isaiah. If you know, you know. There's this thing called Snapchat in Minnesota, where like you take, right? What? Where you take pictures of everything but actually your face. So I'm like, are you okay? Like, I don't know. This is what I get. But I will also give you a little bit better shot of Isaiah here. Maybe. Oh, here we go. There he is. Isaiah actually just graduated from Austin High School in June. This kid wins the award. I was his kindergarten principal. I was his middle school principal. I was his high school principal. The therapy has already started, people. But Isaiah and I are the most opposite of people. I'm extremely type A, he's type W. As you can tell in our text messages, I'm like, hey, do we have something going on? He's like, I don't know, I don't have a schedule, I go with the flow. Okay. One of the things with going with the flow, though, is packing your clothes for events. So we had a little issue in high school where we may have gone to the track meet and took off our track joggers and realized our track shorts weren't underneath it. So I got to dress code my own son at an event. That was awkward. Since then, he always remembers his track shorts now. But he also likes phone, pickles, and self-confidence. And I share this with you because how often do we forget about the soft skills that help us get through our day? Kindness, grace, empathy. authenticity, integrity. How often are those the skills that we need to help us get through and thrive in our day? All right, and there's my husband, everybody, 1, 2, 3. Yes, he says thank you for taking me for a couple days. He got rest, he didn't get nagged. I'm sure the dishes aren't done, but that's okay. But what I do want to say is this man is just incredible. He does a lot of work with our youth on Wednesday nights, which was always fun when I was a middle school principal, because the kids would come Thursday morning like, why can't you be nice like your husband? Why can't you get to class on time? We're done. You know, things like that. But anyway, what I do appreciate is he's always grounded me, and he always knows, like, you go, like today, he's like, you go have fun, because you come back better and you get to serve and support other incredible educators. None of this is on my resume, people. And why do I start with this? Because we forget who we are as people before our position. Too often we're going to come into the year, and I'm a kindergarten teacher, I'm a custodian, I'm a cafeteria. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a doctoral student. How often do we forget who we are outside of what we do? And I think as we move forward into the year, we're going to have May tired, we're going to have meltdowns. Could be you, could be a kid, could be both. That being said, when you know who you work with, you know how to support them in the hard times. So, and I got to also say, now that I'm like an adult mom, I got two more people in my family. Right? These are the fur babies. These are my favorites. I don't even care. We've got Herman and Harvey. Herman and Harvey. And they will, like, I'll get home now at 2 in the morning with my flight delay, but they'll be like just jumping up on me. And like, I think about how exciting that is that someone cares that much, and how cool it is that you have kids in your school that are just as excited to see you, right? But here's what my kids would say about me. I'm always dancing. Thank you very much. My name is Jessica Cabine. I'm an NPC, which is a non-playable character in video games. Odd, random, not really useful. So, not sure. Hopefully the check goes through after I just shared that. But so part of my new role as an alternative learning principal is I get to spend a ton of time with some really amazing kids that I got in middle school and high school. And those students have now all graduated. I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan is actually in Texas in school. Mission is going to be working to become a law enforcement. Yen is in the military. And my Mari, she is finishing up her second year in cosmetology school in Aveda up in Minneapolis. So I love getting to see kids from cradle to career and to get to spend time with them. But I'm also going to lead with, my name is Jessica Cabine, and I'm a recovering assistant middle school principal. I don't know why I just did the Elaine dance, but whatever. No, I got my principal license. You know, and I got the suits back in the day, like the pencil skirts and the heels, and I read all the books. So I'm the expert because I read the books, right? And I knew how to do lunchroom, I knew how to do dance parties, I knew how to do the things. And 3 years into being an assistant middle school principal, the superintendent came to my office and said, hey, we're doing some restructuring. You've really demonstrated some good leadership. We think you're ready for your first principal position. I'm like, okay. And he's like, we're going to have you be the principal of the Woodson Kindergarten Center. This is what came out of my mouth, and I appreciate that we're K-8 here. 400 5-year-olds. How hard's that going to be? 400 5-year-olds. What the? That's not like 400 eighth graders. It's wild. So I've spent 6 years as the principal of the happiest place in southeastern Minnesota, otherwise known as the Woodson Kindergarten Center. So we are a K-12, so we have one high school, one kindergarten center. In that kindergarten center, for 6 years, 400 5-year-olds. At the time, we had 30 different languages represented within our schools. We are a community of 24,000 people in rural Minnesota. But do you know what we're the home of? Let me tell you. Spam. Thank you very much. The canned meat product that comes in 20 different varieties. You're welcome. There's your spam fact for the day. We're also the international home of Hormel bacon, Skippy peanut butter. I could go on and on. I'm a spam ambassador in training. That being said, we have corporate and plant within our community, which means we draw from a ton of different cultures, communities, and I get to learn a lot about a lot of different people. And so I spent 6 years there building community, learning all about the importance of play in kindergarten. So I was able to write a book called Hacking Early Learning back then. I was the principal of the year, but most importantly, I made the cover of the Austin Daily Herald Living magazine. If you want a copy, I've got like 30 more in my basement, so there you go. But in our smaller community, 24,000 people, I was like the McDonald's of Austin, Minnesota. I couldn't go to Quick Trip, which is our gas station, without somebody knowing me, like a former student, a current student, a parent. So 6 years into happiest place of southeastern Minnesota, I started to get kind of like I think I'm ready for something different. I'm ready to try something different. How about I go back to middle school? Well, there's Ben. Oh, where'd Ben go? Ben left. Here we go. So Ben, let's see if he comes back on here. There we go. Yeah, that was Ben's face. He's like, we don't do selfies here, Miss Cabine. We're not 5. This is not cool. I think if you've not made the transition from kindergarten to middle school, it's like sunshine and bubbles, vaping and Snapchat. I think people in the community thought I was vaping. Why in the world would you leave the place where everyone's running to you to kids running away from you? So now this is gonna date me, and if you don't know this, don't tell me because I already feel old. I attribute my career to this game. Thank you very much. I was a pro at it in middle school. If you've never played this game before, you have a little frog, and you're trying to get the frog to the lily pad. But you don't want to get run over by a car, and you don't want to drown. But sometimes in the game, the next logical step isn't the step right in front of you. Sometimes you're taking a step backwards. Sometimes you're taking a step to the side to get to safety. I share all that for you is because the hops in your career will become easier when you stop carrying the weight of what other people think. People think you're crazy for doing what you do. I don't know if you have this here in Arizona, but in Minnesota we have these like keyboard warriors that get on Facebook and think they can do everything better than you. One of the things I want to help some of my keyboard warriors with is geography. If you're going to complain about me, get the state right. I am not Austin, Texas. I am Austin, Minnesota. Get the geography right first, right? But I share that because I think so often people might question what you do, why you do it, who you do it with. But in your core, if you know your why, it doesn't matter. Let it go, stick with your square squad, and you're gonna have a much better time. And then you get to have Ben in middle school, and then you get to do this with Ben, right? How cool is that? So I made the leap from middle school to high school, and Ben and I got to go through that. Now he's much more smiley now, and he will do the selfies, and he is doing incredible things out in the community right now. So we're gonna share some ground rules, and I'm gonna get you going. We're gonna get through 3 sections. Anybody having fun? Okay, good. Here's the deal today. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you're gonna cringe. You can do all 3 for bonus points in this session. If you don't do any of these, the next time you come to Austin, Minnesota, I will take you to the Spam Museum. Okay? It's a very lovely exhibit of the Spam in World War II. We get to can fake Spam in little like bags. We have like slides you can play with, and then you can have a Spample, which is fried Spam on a pretzel stick, okay? So in the next half hour, if you don't get any of those things, you come with me and we'll go to the Spam Museum. While we're here, we're going to lean into something uncomfortable. We are going to talk about taking care of yourself for the next 30 minutes. That is going to be hard for most of us in this room because research says if you work in education, you don't take care of yourself. You take care of others. So we're going to lean into some uncomfortable things. I'm going to share some strategies. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, sit with it because maybe it's something that you needed to hear today. We're going to make mistakes just like I'm an NPC. This is, again, we're not in here for perfection. We're here for purpose. And finally, we're going to connect and engage. I love all the community, the t-shirts, and the support. Like when people are taking videos of everybody and celebrating everybody, that is so fundamental for the work that you're about to go into for this school year. I love this quote from Dr. Clay Cook because I'm really grounded in the importance of stress management, resilience, and burnout with education. In education, again, who's all a leader in here? All of us, right? We're all good there. So when we're being resilient to stressors, what he's saying with this quote, we're all going to have stress. Like I needed stress to finish my dissertation. I need stress, we need some stress, but when we have chronic wear and tear on our bodies, that's the type of stress that we have to figure out how to release. So, leading at work and living a life, that is my primary focus for here today. And one of the things I want to walk us through is a framework for that work. Let's see, here it comes. Okay, it's 4 quadrants, and I know I have a handout, and I can give you more resources after this today. But I had the chance to write a book called Balance Like a Pirate with 2 other principles. Has anyone ever heard of Teach Like a Pirate, Dave Burgess? A couple people? Okay, good. Okay, thank you, because people are like balance like a pirate. Like, are you walking a plank or something with an eye patch, or what is that? But it's part of the Dave Burgess series, and really what we focus on is there's 4 quadrants of life, and I talk about it in Principle of Balance too. It's not just either or, but we have personal, positional, professional, and passions, and I'm going to talk you through each of those in the next half hour. And finally today, pick one thing I share and lead it well. So whether it's time management, whether it's technology, whether it's connecting with others, just pick one thing and let me know what you think of it, and let me know if you need any help supporting it. All right, we're going to start with finding our joy outside of our jobs. We talk about passions. What do you enjoy doing outside of your job? Sometimes it's hard for us to think about that, right? Like, what did we do before our job, or before we had kids, or before we had all the other things? A lot of times I talk about dreaming. Like, what do you enjoy doing? What do you think about all the time? Because it's not just about dreaming for our students, it's about dreaming for us as well. We have to have things outside of our job that bring us joy. I'm going to say that for the people in the back. We have to have things outside of our job that bring us joy. So when we come back to our jobs, we enjoy them more, okay? So one of the activities that I like to share, and I gave this to you, is thinking about things that you wish you could do if you have the time. Reading books, cooking, spending time with family. We do a brain dump of this, and this is something you can do with your teams, back on your campus, thinking about it regularly. Like, what is something you wish you could do, or you always feel glad when it's done? I share this example because there's a period of time where I couldn't run, so I was swimming. And for the first 2 weeks of this swim plan, I did everything but swim. I forgot my swimsuit today. Who does that, Isaiah Cabine? So I can't swim today. Oh, I got a meeting right after work today, so I don't want to swim today. Or, I have good one-day hair, so I don't want to wash my hair again, so I don't want to swim today. So all the excuses that I could find not to swim, finally one day I swam, and I got done, I was like, that was really fun. Like, they're emailing me or calling me, but I couldn't because I was in the pool. I felt really good afterwards. And I thought about that, like, how often do we do something for ourselves and then we're really glad we did it, and then we don't do it again either? So think about something that you wish you could do if you only had the time, because let's be honest, we may be superheroes, but we're not made of steel. Very often in education, they give us the cape. They say you can do everything all the time, be on all the time. But again, just like Dr. Clay Cook says, that's chronic wear and tear on our bodies. So when you think about passions, I want you to think about something, and you can write it down. You can text it to yourself. What's one thing you might want to do this year for yourself? All right, we're getting ready for the next section. I'm doing so good on time. Thank you for having low humidity too, because this is the only time my hair is going to be flat all summer. I'll get off the plane tonight and it's just going to go poof. It's going to be great. Okay, caption this. So I'm going to show you a picture, and then we're going to caption it afterwards, okay? So just hold on, hold on. Okay, some people are getting it. Not everybody's getting, okay, I'm going to help you out. People, this is called a library card. So some of us went to the library to get books, and they'd take that little thing out and they would stamp it, and you would sign your name on it. It's a library. Look at all the new learning you're getting, all this new background knowledge. It's great. It says, hey, I've been checking you out all day. The other one says, are you a parking ticket? Because you've got fine written all over you. Caption of this, these are actual cards I give my spouse. I do. I love going to like random little boutiques and stuff and finding really kind of somewhat inappropriate cards because, again, I'm the oldest living middle school girl. Just ask Mari. She tried to beat me once. It didn't work well. But I share this because when's the last time you thanked your family? Some of you have been here all summer. I got to talk to a wonderful lady out there who's been getting your buildings and grounds ready for you, which is awesome. Some of us came back last week, and we kind of started to put those 12-hour days in again. And who's at home making meals, who's at home helping. So if you have the chance in those busy seasons to thank your family, like, hey, thanks for taking the lead at home so I can lead here at school. So gentle reminder to think about thanking your family. Here we go, living colorfully. We're going to continue to shatter the assumption that we have to be all for everything. Here we go. So personal. Okay, here we go. We're going to talk about personal, which is going to be uncomfortable. We're going to talk about taking care of ourselves. And so I'm going to lead with a story because I think I could have done better. Laugh, cry, or cringe, make mistakes. Right here. So this was Kenny when he was going into kindergarten when I was that recovering assistant middle school principal. When I thought my position mattered more than me as a person. And so I'll just share, so during that first year or two of being a middle school assistant principal, I really prided myself on being at work all the time. I would get to work at like 7 in the morning, be with the kids, answer the emails, go to the meetings, go to the activities, answer more emails, and I'd get home at 7 or 8 at night, 2 to 3 nights a week. I didn't see him awake. And I don't say this for sympathy, but I say this because I think some of you out there might do the same things. You might sometimes prioritize what you're doing at work over what you can do at home. And not even for others, but for yourself too. How often do we want to start like a walking plan or an exercise plan, and then everything else gets in the way of that? And so I really had to learn the hard way that I can't be everything for everybody if I'm not anybody for my people at home or for myself. And so I think like you're probably like, oh, this is kind of a downer of the session. I'm going to get some spam with her. I did make reparation with him. I think I really repaired the relationship because I became his 8th grade principal, right? Isn't this great? Kenny, we can eat lunch together every single day. Kenny, I can go to all the events with you. I can bring the ruler to the dances and make sure that you're staying equal distance away from your dance partners. And then there was times where I would like walk behind him and I'm like, hey, who are you walking with? Okay, Nora, what's your student ID number? I just want to look a few things up about you. And then teachers would yank, the 7th grade teachers are like, stop it, stop it. So I had to find ways to stay connected with Kenny in school without being that cringy principal. So I visited him in class. There he is. We started, if you don't now, you should follow me on Instagram because I have lots of reels called the Stealthy. And so if you don't know what a Stealthy is, it's when you're holding up the phone and you think you're taking a picture of you, but you're actually taking a picture of someone behind you. Here we go.
Driving me insane. All my life is so light, but I sleep alone tonight. 'Cause I'm just trained anywhere else I'd be taken. Is it my destiny to live a life of love?
Yes, he got the last laugh because he took a stealthie with his mom. But now, mind you, spoiler alert, if I ever did this with Isaiah, Mother, if you acknowledge my existence in a setting where people see me, I will walk away from you forever. So know your audience too. Like, I have two very different kids, one who's totally fine with this, the other one who would be like, stop it. I share this because to lead well, you have to live well, and that requires you to find things that are fulfilling your life. What brings you joy? What do you enjoy outside of your job, and how can you do more of it? So we think about personal, again, that's exercising, spending time with loved ones, interests and passions, relaxation. You know one thing I found that you can do? I feel really bad. You guys are really beautiful. And I thank you because I like this area over here. I like all of you. I do. Oh my, I didn't mean that. I was like, but I keep staring like I'm like, it's not just, I'm not like targeting you, just so you know. Like, I'll target back there now, okay? We're gonna go over there. Did you know that you can watch Netflix without answering emails or being on social media at the same time? Did you know that you can like just do one thing? That's crazy. How often do my kids call me on that though too? So finding things that you'd enjoy doing, and don't do your job while you do that too, all right? Because we're gonna talk about that. Let's be honest. Okay, I think this is the middle school girl slide next. Oh yeah, sorry, here we go. This is the PG-13 version. I like the people that are laughing because you kind of get it. I'm gonna go back here. Okay, I don't know if you know what that is up there. If you're in kindergarten, you're gonna see it next week, I guarantee it. Okay, it's poop. It's poop. And then there's a fan here, and there's poop hitting the fan, which is otherwise known as like a Tuesday at my high school. Right? The best laid plans. Okay, other way to put it, the porta potty. As an assistant middle school principal, I always had this open door. Like, my door is always open. So people would come in and unload on me. Somebody was always mad, whether it was a kid, a parent, a teacher. They'd come and I'd try to do the Dr. Phil or Oprah and listen and affirm, and just, they'd always like, oh, I feel so much better. And they would leave, grab hand sanitizer on the way out, and what would they leave me with, right? The poop, you know? This is Minnesota humor, a lot of potty jokes here. Here we go. But why I share some of that is that self-regulation is really important because the state of your mind matters as much as the word you speak. How often have you come out of a moment where it's been kind of yucky and you just think you can walk into the next thing? But you're taking that with you, and it could be impacting. That's the hardest thing for me when a building of like 1,600 kids, like I might be like thinking about something else and my facial reaction isn't what I want that kid to see. Or I could be really quick to respond, and that might be the one time that they have an interaction with me. And so thinking about how do you focus on taking care of others by taking care of yourself, because those relationships are really important. One thing that I have done since 2016, I even practiced it this morning, is I have a miracle morning. And so one thing that I found with teenagers and just my life in general is if I don't do something for myself right away in the morning, there's a good chance I won't during the day. And so I get up at 5 every morning. This morning it was like 4 with time changing, but I do a journal, Bible study, and I do some form of exercise, a walk or something. So within the first hour of the day, I've done something for myself. Again, self-regulation is really essential for how you're gonna be able to respond to others. So I've shared, I'm also a fire hose. I give you a lot of information because I'm hoping something sticks. So as you're getting ready to start the school year with the goal of being May tired in May and not October, what is something you might challenge yourself to continue to do? Or as you're coming off summer break, maybe you picked up a hobby, maybe you were reading more books, maybe you were doing something for yourself that you hadn't done last school year. How can you continue to kind of weave that into your week too? Because here's the problem, our positions, our jobs, again, if we start to think about what we do over who we are, this can be the biggest barrier for us to have some of that balance. So I like this book, Morton Hansen. He interviewed tons of different professions across the United States and said, okay, how many hours a week do you work? What they found is most people average 50 to 65, but what they found is if you work 65 or more, it's like squeezing an orange to get more juice, but it's already been squeezed. For me, it's like doing the master schedule in July and going like a 16-hour shift. And I'm like, oh, 7th graders don't need language arts. We're good. I'm just going to move past. Whatever. But like we get tired. Like if we're working on something and I'm just going to push through, and sometimes we just need to pause. So how can we work smarter, not harder? So when we think about this, is establishing those clear goals and boundaries. Setting boundaries between work and life is going to be really important. So I have a couple different activities or things I'm going to walk you through, really around technology and reframing. Because here's what I found. Just because technology is on 24/7 doesn't mean we have to be on it as well. Let's see. Okay, everyone who laughed in here, you've done something. How many of us have maybe checked our phone in the grocery aisle, at a stop sign? I have made the mistake of checking my phone during a Minnesota track meet, which runs about 36 hours. And there's sleet and snow, and of course my child does the hurdles, so it's like the last event, and it's about 57 seconds. And once I checked my phone and I missed that stupid race, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to sit through another 36-hour track meet again. But it was very telling, because I think so often we think we can multitask, but what happens is then we don't do anything well. When we do too much, we don't do anything well. And I'm going to share a couple of pieces of information of research that just helps us think about how do we set boundaries with technology. I love the anxious generation. Actually, when I was the middle school principal, I think I was, 2018, I think. I was the fun sucker. Like literally, I'd say, kids, hey, can you hear this? And they're like, what? I might just wait for it. They're like, what's that? That's Miss Cabine sucking the fun out of your 8th grade year. Get to class and give me your cell phone. We took cell phones away in 2018. People hated me. People hated me because nobody did it back then. Now everybody's doing it. I'm like, well, I was just ahead of the curve, but they hated me. But one of the things with this book is not about so much about the kids, it's about the adults. So the study shows that 62% of children reported their parents are often distracted. And parents even endorse that. Deep work, I love Cal Newport's work. He talks about if you have like a big paper, a project, something to get done, if you give yourself 60 to 90 minutes to do it without distraction, how often do you start something and then you hear a ping on your phone or a buzz and you're like, okay, is my house burning down, or did my mom just post something on Facebook? Or did my Amazon order come in on the Ring and I got to race home and get it before my husband gets home because I disengaged the Ring app on his phone so he never knows when things come? I'm in a different time zone. It's not like you're going to tell him. Like, whatever. And then finally, there's these 2 books, How to Break Up with Your Phone. This is kind of a hard quote. When is the last time you spent 25 minutes doing just one thing? Yesterday, I took a brain break from writing my paper, and I got to spend it at the Phoenix Art Museum and the Heard Museum. Wow. That is something you don't want to be multitasking through. Walking through that and learning from it. And it was really neat because I'm like, I just sat and I just watched things, or I just watched people. But how often do we actually just do one thing at a time? And then what you give attention to is the person you become. And finally, the last quote from the Mayo Clinic's Guide to Stress-Free Living: fragmented attention fragments relationships. If you need to take a picture of this, you can. You can send it to somebody if you need to, from your favorite middle school girl. Okay? So, okay, great, Cabine. Okay, so what? Let's be honest. What do we do then? So one of the things, yes, I consciously uncoupled from my cell phone because I realized when I was that recovering assistant middle school principal, I I was checking it all the time. All the time. Like, it was so weird. And then I had email on my phone, so then when I would check it, I would check email. And so I was talking to my superintendent, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna, like, take email off my phone. And I thought I was gonna get fired. Like, what's he gonna do? And he's like, actually, we're kind of concerned because, like, you'll email at 2 in the morning or 6 in the morning. Like, I'm just all the time because it's on me. And I'm like, okay, if I wake up in the morning, the first person I want to talk to is not my boss. Love the man, probably not the first person I want to be spending time with in the morning. So here's what I did, is I'm going to just show you a couple things I did. I cleaned up my home screen. That is my husband and I. That is the second and last time he'll ever wear a tuxedo, so this is always going to be my home screen. He is a jeans and t-shirt man. And then on my screensaver, it's a picture of my boys, and it's a cognitive hook for me. Do I need to really be on my phone right now, or do I need to be present in the moment? Do I need to be on my phone right now, or do I need to be present in the moment? I took email off my phone. Actually, now I have to have cheaters for everything, so HR just asked me to do that, because they're like, when you respond on your phone, you don't really know what you're saying. My boys save all the texts I say that I think I know what I'm saying, but I don't have my cheaters on, so there's that. And then I took all notifications off, because it just drives me bonkers to see that little red alert that says 18 things you missed or whatever, so I just took it off so then I don't have to think about some of that stuff. And that's really helpful, so hopefully that helped you. And then reframing. I love this book, Burnout, The Secret to This, Unlocking the Stress Cycle. In this, they found that nurses and educators have the highest risk and rate of burnout, because it's really hard to leave work at work when you work in a school. I think about just a story last year with one of our custodians where he found a note, a suicide note for a student, and saved his life. This custodian found the note, and we were able to track down the cameras and found that. But how hard is that for that custodian to go home now saying, so I think sometimes we have to think about being grateful for the good things. So I always do grateful for and looking forward to every week. So positional, think about that. We've got one more and I've got 7 minutes. I'm gonna go quick. Caption this. Kindergarten picture, right? So cute. My secretary says that's the best picture I've ever taken. But here's the deal. So I don't know if you have kindergartners that have like the Velcro leg with their parents the first day, where they like wrap themselves around their parent's leg and you can't like extract them. So she was having a hard time taking a picture, not being with her dad. So what we did was I held her hands and she looked out and she took the picture because she could see her dad. What I found out was that was the first time dad was charged with doing something, and he's like, all I need to do is get a good school picture, and thank you for helping me get it done. I share that because you always need someone behind the scenes helping you, and that's what your colleagues can do for you this year. Lead boldly. This is about profession, learning and growing in the work that you do. And grounding with that, I'm going to share just a couple pieces of data. So this is our online high school that we just started. Just take a look. When we started, we were at a 38% pass rate. We just finished with 81.6 at a high school. Yes, the teachers, this is all about the teachers. Do you know what changed? Relationships. And somebody over here said at the very beginning, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. So I just happened to I bribe them with coffee and stuff, the best teachers in Austin, Minnesota to work with kids, because good intentions are nothing without strong relationships. So when we lead boldly, we lead with relationships. One quick example, we started to do home visits in the middle school when I went back. And so we would do the 20% of students who had the most struggles the year before. I'd go out, I'd welcome them, I'd give them sports information, I'd have them walk the school, and then I spent 20 minutes with them with the first week of school. We saw a 58% pass rate increase and 71% behavior referral decrease. You know, one of those kids was Ben. Do you know how many referrals Ben had in high school? 0. Because he switched his identity because they believed, belonged, and become, right? You can do that here too. All right. Whoops, I'm gonna back up really quick. Yeah. A couple other examples from middle school: getting good school pictures, visiting their homes, having good snacks. I am not the principal that gives them a snack when they come to my office in trouble. What I am is the principal who has granola bars and water bottles for after school, because so many of our kids have first and second shift parents that can't bring them snacks when they go to their after school activities. So I always had snacks because sometimes they couldn't. I also was the resident locker for the middle school boy football team. That was a dumb idea. My gosh, I think I still smell like sweaty feet. It's been like 8 years. So when we think about professional activities, think about how you can make those deep relationships with kids. But let's be honest. We became educators because we want to help others, but not at the expense of harming ourselves. Okay, remember how we're going to get to know our friends? We're going to watch out for the F word this year, people. I know, I'm such a middle school girl. You'll never invite me back. Fine. Anyone ever heard that one? And it's never like I'm fine. It's always like, I'm fine. I'm about ready to have a meltdown, right? This is your spoiler alert. If you have a colleague this year that says they're fine, they're not. Check on your colleagues. Check on your colleagues. Because at times, self-care is not selfish. It can be life-saving. There's times where, like, sometimes home is hard. Sometimes home is hard. And so how do you get through the hard days? I have this, and I think I have it in my Google Drive, but I can also share it with you. If you're having a hard time at home right now, and you're trying to get excited about the school year, but it's hard, it's okay. Talk to somebody. Make sure they know. Make sure they're supporting you, because they all care about you and they want you to be here. Where's this lovely lady in green? You took my thunder from me. That's okay, you did it much better, and you look better too. So, we were gonna do a little activity where I was gonna have you talk about gratitude in regards to how many years of service you've had. So thank you, Sandy, for doing that. But I'm gonna leave with something else. Again, she did it better, way better. Okay. Oh, I got 4 minutes. Oh. Okay, thank you, Dutch Brothers. I'm running on Dutch Brothers today. Okay, really quick. Anybody have fun so far? Okay, you can still come to the Spam Museum though, okay? We'll get the Spamples. I want you to try something. I've got 2 more things and then I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna try one thing with me. On the count of 3, we're gonna say the words thank you, okay? That's it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay, we're doing okay. We're still here. One of the things with educators is gratitude. How often does someone say, thank you for the work you put into getting school set up, and the first thing you say is, yeah, but. No, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't that. There's so much research around the importance of not just you receiving gratitude, but the person who gave it to you. So if I can ask you, if someone tells you you did a good job this year, we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, period. Take the gratitude. It's not just about you, it's about the person who gave it to you. All right, and I wanna end with one thing, and then I gotta give this book away. I promised I would read this, and then I was gonna give this away. So, oh, hey, HR, cheaters. Yep, that's important. Okay. I've never done this before, but my colleague was like, have you even read your own book sometimes, Kabine? You're kind of all over the place. I'm like, yeah, I am. But that's why my husband sends me away. Okay. All right, I'm gonna read you just really quick. Something that I wrote to myself, but I feel like maybe it could help you too. I have 3 ongoing hopes for each and every one of you here today. That you continue to make time for yourself. As hard as it is to shut out the noise and static of others and turn off electronics, you always have been glad when you did. You know you always enjoy going offline, off the grid, or away without your cell phone. I hope as you grow, you increase this time and space. Creativity, intentionality of time, and opportunity to rest and reset are essential as you grow in your career, as your kids get older. Oh, wow. And as you continue to revise these goals you set for yourself. Carve out space to have fun, enjoy life, and live without your work title will give you the strength and stamina to survive in the rough season. Number 2, celebrate your successes. You're building the muscle to sit in a compliment longer than you focus on a complaint. Reflect on what you're grateful for, including and especially the work you put in forth to accomplish the skill, goal, or to receive an award. Your work in self and soul care will pay off in the capacity that you will have to help others and see the good and the growth in every outcome. And number 3, that you continue to learn and grow. There are always new things. We can always learn and we can always improve. Keep reading, connecting, and asking questions. Wherever you are, make sure to find plenty of plateaus in the hills and mountains that you're climbing. The sustainability of this work requires pauses as you press forward. And while it always seems faster just to push through, you're going to miss the perspective of others when you don't stop occasionally to sit, rest, and enjoy the view. I certainly hope you can look back at these years, look back at your summer, and look back at the school year and see more growth than groans, give yourself more grace than complaints, and learn to lean into rest, reset, and recalibration. So as I end today, I just want to say thank you very much for letting me be here. Take the path less traveled, people. Take care of yourself. You are people before your position, and it's been a true honor to be with you. Thank you guys very much.
Free book. Free book. You're a hard one to follow.
You're a good singer, too. If he sang and I danced, I think we could have a little show in Vegas.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you very much.
How about another round of applause? Jessica Cabine, that was amazing. Yes. Yeah, right. Stop and smell the flowers. I love that. I love that. And she really plugged in really to our strategic plan, right? You know, we have readiness, resources, and the most important one, she says, relationships. Right. So now we're going to really do some rapid fire gift giving. All right. So as you hear your numbers coming up, hold on. Here we go. Bear with me here for a second. Okay, here we go. Everybody got your tickets ready to go? All right. Okay, we're going to give out this book from Jessica Cabine, Principle and Balance, 407171. All right, come on up. Next one. Okay, let's do some gift cards from Verigy. We've got 470810. All right. Another gift card, Target gift card, 470911. Okay, let's just keep those gift cards going. And these ones are from our partners at Core, 470702. Come on down and get it. Come on down. Come on down. All right, we're just gonna, they're all 407s, 606. All right, next one, 470939. Yes, let's go. And we got 407. Deuces. There we go. 407. All right, here we go. 470. 470-303. All right, 470-760. All right, 407-859. There we go. 470-112. All right, that's make sure at Verigy, our partners at Verigy, Core, and SPS Plus Architects, thank you very much for the support. 470-699. 407-347. All right. 407-989. 407-311. All right. 407-306. 407-745. Come on down. 407-813-813. 407-930-930. Okay, here we go. Another, a different precursor. 408-012. 408-012. Back to 407-701. 701. 407-296. 296. 407-695. 695. 407-922. 407-773. 773. 407. 407-764. 764. Come on down and grab your prize. 407-390. 390. 407-700. 700. Next one up. 407-326. 326. 407-732. 732. 407-585. 585. 408-143. 408-143. Back to 407-026. 407-026. 407-076. 076. All right, here we go. 407-232. 232. 407-307. 307. 407-601. 601. 407-125. 125. 407-096. 096. 407-401. 401. Oh my God, this is a great model of efficiency here. 407-908. 908. Okay, jumping into the 408. 040. 408. 044. Okay, back to 407-804. All right. Okay, back into 408-070. That's it? Oh, yeah, we also have a thanks to our Maritane and Asbate for supporting us with some gift cards. Okay, here we go. 407-333. 333. Okay, 407-843. 843. Okay, and this is the last one for the big basket here. 407-693. 693. All right. All right, how about a big round of applause for our sponsors and supporting us with this? Verigy, ADR, SPS, and Core. I think I got them all. All right. All right, everybody, we want to thank everybody for coming out today. Who's ready for a great year? Yes. All right. We're here for the kids. We'll make sure we're going to unite, and we're going to follow after me. Just please say after me. Believe. Belong. Become. Be free. All right, thank you, everybody. Dr. Stone has some release for the buses to help you get out.
All right, instead of mobbing